The nation of Israel is 14 years older than Uganda because your independence was 1948, May 14th. And for Uganda, it was 1962, October 9th. The gap between is only 14 years. We have a fertile land. As you have visited Uganda now at leisure, you have seen how our land looks. And compared it to how the land of Israel, the fertility of the land and everything. How do you advise Uganda? How do you advise Africa? Since now the relation is between Africa and Israel, Uganda and Israel. You can see our production, our everything. What is it that we are not doing right for Uganda to be a food basket for the world, whereas we have a fertile land?
Oh, such a good question, just to jump for another subject to say. So I would say something from my experience. Now I'm living in a kibbutz called Uganda, and it's a very successful kibbutz. Economy, many children, many members, but still a very successful economy place. Even we are in the old system of common life in the kibbutz. Each member got the same budget, equal budget. And one of the difficulty on such a life, when we are a rich place in many different aspects of life, we create a lazy people. Here in Israel, kibbutz, the situation where there is no motivation, it's not very also human being. Here you can see a picture from kibbutz where about 100 people, they took stones just to create a piece of land for creating a field. Today, hardly people in Israel working in the field, very little percentage. And I think the most important for the people in the world, as well as in Uganda, to understand, as the Jews understood it very well on their experience, unfortunately, you should think on the future. We never what God will create for the next day. We should create our fertile land that can bring food not only to our family, not only to our villages, but to support the world, to bring food to different parts of the world, in Africa or in Asia. That we should work together to create a better life in the world can help to someone who got almost everything in Uganda to create more product from the same land, to create better water, create better fish in Lake Victoria or other rivers where Uganda got in a very lucky place where they settle. I understand that we are not alone, and it's a Jewish message and it's a Christian message as a would. We are not alone. We should work to create a better life in the world. I think one of the most important what Israeli Jews can bring to Uganda today is to understand the new life of the Jews in Eretz Israel, the creation of the state of Israel. We were lucky by very bad experience of not having an opportunity to buy a land in Europe or in other countries. But we create our head as a Jew. And I'm a good doctor or physician, or to know what I take. But now it's a time for Israel to come over to Kenya and to help the basic idea of being in a motivation, to create a motivation. It's a message of the pastor. It's a message of the people of Israel to Uganda. Let's together. Let's create a better life in the world.